Good morning, I'm Owen Camaros, host of the SHC IrishUP podcast. I'm joined by first-year head coach Antoine Evans of SHC football. Welcome to the show.
Man, thank you. Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
My first question to you would be, being a first-year head coach, what do you look to bring to the football team?
Man, that's a really good question. Before we start with the question, I would like to thank a few people for giving me this opportunity, for blessing me to be the head coach, at this great school. So, first, our beloved, Sister Francis, our team chaplain, Brother Kenneth, our president, Dr. Strady, our principal, Dr. Cannon, and our three athletic directors, Mr. Smith, Coach Freed, and Ms. Beamer, for giving me this opportunity. But like I said before, that was a great question. What I would like to bring, and just bring an energy, bring a family environment that the school been looking for, to bring great energy and great passion to this community. So be able to come in and bring impact to kids' lives. So that's one thing, I want to bring to this team and bring to this community.
You're building on an SHC Irish Football Championship.
Right.
How do you look to add to that incredible season last year?
Just continue to build, continue to make the players believe that it's possible, that what we did, it wasn't a fluke, right? Just continue to make them believe that this is possible. Just continue to make sure to let the kids know, like, we can do this every year, year in and out. If we put in the work, we do the things we're supposed to do on and off the field. So if we continue to do that, I think we can add on and we can continue the success that we've been having.
Now, you have lost a few players. You obviously
Yes.
lost your star defensive lineman. You lost your star quarterback.
Yes.
What are the expectations for this year? What would be a successful season in your mind?
Honestly, for me, to see the kids continue to work hard, to see the kids do the stuff on and off the field. Sometimes it's not all the time. It's not all about the wins and losses. A successful season for me is how the kids get better from day one, from the end of the year, right? So if the kids improve from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, that's a success for me.
How about a personal goal for you? What are your personal goals for this year?
Personal, like I said again, for me, personal is always how can I be impactful to the kids. If I'm impactful and transformational to the kids, that's my personal goals. Like I said, I never look at the wins. I never look at the wins and losses. How did I impact that kid? How did I impact that player? How did I impact my coaching staff? Those are personal goals for me, and how the program, how we grew as a program over the year. So those are my personal goals.
You obviously have now seen these players in action last Friday. Who's poised to have a breakout year this year?
We have, that's another great question. We have a lot of potential breakout players. But for me, the guy been having a really good camp, really good fall camp, is Kendrick Sanders, excuse me. He's been really explosive at running back. He been doing everything we asked him to do at the running back position. So be on the lookout for Kendrick.
Got it. Now, how do you think, let's talk tactics for a bit.
Right.
How do you think your offense is going to play out this year? Will it be a heavy run-based offense, or will it be more of a run, maybe play-action offense?
We're going to be balanced. We could do a little bit of everything, and that's what we preached on in the offseason. We want to be able to run the ball. We want to be able to pass the ball. So we don't want to be one-dimensional. We want to be an offense that we can attack the defense in each and every way. So the players we got, the type of talent we have, we'll be able to pass. We'll be able to run the ball. We'll be able to do anything we want to do when we need to do it.
And on the defensive side of the ball, are you guys going to be a blitz heavy team? Or are you going to be a man coverage team, zone coverage? What do you think?
I don't really want to tell you that.
Enough.
But that was good, man. You good.
Just trying to help our opponents. They're gonna need it.
I see that. We do a little bit of everything. You do. We blitz. We like to blitz a lot. We blitzed a lot last year, but we're going to change our scheme up a little bit. I'm not going to, say what it is, but we're just trying to make a scheme that fit our players. So.
And then, talking about other teams, who are some players on your radar on other teams? Players that are going to need a heavy focus.
That's a really, really, really hard question because we have great talent up and down the board from, the top teams to the bottom team in our division. We all know the WCAL produce some of the best talent in high school football. So, you look at a Ryan Silver, he's San Diego State commit at Sierra. He's one of the best linemen I have seen in the league. And, but we could name a lot, but I know for a fact that each team have multiple players that we got to be concerned about.
Now, we've talked about the field a lot, but in the locker room and in the practice room, who are your leaders? Who are the guys that are getting the team ready to go every practice, every game?
Man, that's a great question. We lost some great leaders, like Silas and Bruce and Ray John Spears and especially Aiden Shea. Aiden Shea was a great leader for us in the locker room. He kept our team together during the hard times. This season, we got quite a few. We have Ariel Miller, we have Mikey Kalanico, we have Jerry Mixon. Also, we have Aiden McGrath, our quarterback this year. He's really stepping up and trying to take that leadership role. So we got guys that is taking that leadership and helping us get to the next step.
I just recently saw that Mikey Kalanico was nominated for an award. He'd never missed a practice, never missed a weight room.
Never.
What does that say to his teammates?
Never.
That dedication.
That dedication, that guy is amazing. You can't say enough about that kid work ethic, what he do on and off the field. So that's why he's one of our leaders. And the kids, you have to respect what he do. So, like, he's just a really good kid, and we really appreciate him as a coaching staff. So we proud of him.
What do you think is going to be the toughest opponent this year in terms of WCAL? Who's the team that you just hate playing against? They have a really well-coached team. Who do you think?
That's a tough question because every team, from top to bottom, from top to bottom is tough. I mean, from Reardon, it's got Adair as a new head coach. You have Sarah's Patrick Wash. You have St. Francis. You have Valley Christian. You have Bellarmine. Every team is a tough task. It's not going to be an easy game this season. It's going to be tough every week, and we got to be dedicated to practice hard. We got to be dedicated to study. We got to be dedicated to go hard each and every day to get through this WCAL this season.
Being a first-year head coach, you recently, last year, were the defensive coordinator. How is it different being the head coach versus just the defensive coordinator?
Wow, it's a huge difference because when you're the defensive coordinator, you just focus on, your one side of the ball, right? But when you become the head coach, now you have to oversee everything, right? You got to pay attention to the freshman team. You got to pay attention to your coaches. You got to watch in the classroom. Got to make sure your kids is doing well in the classroom. Behavior issues. So it's a lot of things that, as a head coach, that you have to oversee. So that's like the major difference from being a coordinator to being the head coach of a program.
Now, we've talked about your breakout players,
right,
but who are going to be the star players that are going to be the difference on the field this year? Jerry Mixon must be one of them, the Oregon commit.
We have many. Like you said, we got Jerry Mixon who committed to Oregon, which is, it speaks for itself. Ariel Miller, who committed to Arizona State. Watch out for that guy. Like I said, you got Benny Hatch, which is being one of the best top offensive tackles in the league. You have Jordan Fatu. You have we have so many guys that's going to break out, star players to watch. But those guys, like I say, Jerry Mixon, Ariel Miller, Benny Hatch, Jordan, Kendrick Saunders, Isaiah Keish. We have a lot of guys, a lot of returning guys that's going to do well this season.
You played
Yes.
at City College.
Yes.
In 19, and I believe you won a championship in 1999.
Yes, 97 through 99. Yes.
How has the game changed from your playing days to your coaching days?
Wow. Back then was run through a brick wall, right? It was okay to leave with your head and have a concussion and go back in the game. So now it's more of a offensive type of game. Like you can't touch the receivers and you can't be that physical. You could be physical, but you know it's a less physical sport than when I played. So, but it's to protect the kids and protect the future of our game. So I totally understand it.
Now, this year, you guys are probably going to be playing in front of college scouts at one point in time. How do you coach them on just not cracking under pressure and staying composed in front of those scouts?
Right, like great question. I always tell the players if the coach is here to see you, they already know you know how to play, right? They already know you're good enough to play the college level at the college level. They just want to see the little things. Are you a team player? Are you running on and off the field? When something bad happened, do you know how to fight adversity, right? So I always tell the kids, like, look, just stay focused. Don't worry about the college scout. Just do what you do day in and day out, and you'll be fine. So our kids, they do it pretty well.
Now, recently, on Friday, you guys played in a scrimmage. Who was your player of the scrimmage? Who was the best player there? Who was the guy that you were most impressed with?
Everybody had their moments, right? When you look at a scrimmage, you just want to see the guys playing hard. They playing fast, they playing physical. But I was surprised by a couple people. Aiden Hickey played really well at defensive end, and Enzo, them guys really surprised me, and they reward themselves some playing time this upcoming Friday.
That's good. Well done to them.
Yes.
Now, you were a defensive coordinator under recently retired head coach Barry McLaughlin.
Yes.
What did he teach you? What was the most important lesson you learned being the defensive coordinator under him? Just
staying composed, right? During hard situations, during hard times, during the games, just stay calm. You know, just stay calm, and you know things will get better. You have bad plays during the game all the time. You know, just staying calm, because I was a hothead. I was crazy, throwing my hat down type of defensive coach, right? Now it's just learn to stay calm. You know what I mean? So, I took that from him.
Who's a guy in the NFL right now that you wish that you could coach at Sacred Heart Cathedral?
Whew. Man, I like the guy Patrick Queen from Baltimore Ravens, the middle linebacker.
Yep.
I love him. He's a physical guy that come downhill. I love Deebo Samuels.
Oh yeah.
You could do everything you want with him. He's like a toy. So those two guys, I would love to coach.
Who's a defensive coordinator at the NFL level that you love what they do, and you think maybe they're even ready to be a head coach at the NFL level?
I like the 49ers defensive coordinator, DeMeco Ryans. I like the energy he brings to the team. I like his play calling. I just like the things he do. He really got that team playing well, that defense playing well. So that's a guy I look at, and I see a good future for him coming up in the NFL.
And then, how about on the defensive side of the ball? Obviously, Patrick Queen. Who's maybe the scariest if you were going to go up against him, either in your playing days? Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa. I think Nick Bosa is the most dominant player in the NFL.
Really?
Yes. I think Nick Bosa is going to have an MVP season this year on the defensive side of the ball. I love me some Nick Bosa. He's going to be great. He's a game changer, right? So, like, you have to double team him. You have to chip block him. He's different, and he's going to be something special.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because there's another guy on the defensive side of the ball, two guys really.
Right.
In the NFC West, there's Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. You would take
Amazing.
Nick Bosa
I would
over
take Nick
Aaron
Bosa
Donald?
because he's on the outside. Aaron Donald is amazing. What he does in the inside, his size and the way he dominates is amazing. I'm just saying what Nick Bosa, what he does, how strong he is, how fast he is, and he's coming. It's going to be the second year off this injury. Just look out for a great season.
So who's your Nick Bosa on SHC on the defense? It probably would have been Bruce Ubereza last year, but how about this year?
I mean, we have a lot of guys like Benny's going to have, Hatch going to have a good season. R.L. Miller is our thumper. Mixon. We have a lot of guys on the defensive line. Like we rotate like 8 guys.
8 guys?
Yeah, so we have a really good rotation. So.
Got it. What about the guy Isaiah Keish? He's obviously on an injury. He's coming back.
Yeah.
What do you expect? How would you expect him to come back? Do you think he'll be, able to just come in after his injury and just instantly make a difference, or does he need a few?
Isaiah, the thing about him, he's a very, very hard worker. He's going to come back fine. It's just a minor setback for a major comeback, right? It's not very serious. So hopefully he'll be back in a few weeks and ready to go. So I'm not concerned, about him coming back when he needs to come back, because he's going to put in the work. He's going to do everything possible to make sure he's prepared and ready to go.
Okay. Who's your inspiration in football and then just in your personal life?
Football, my mentors, basically in football, Coach Murray's my high school coach, and Coach Rush, he was my college coach. So those 2 guys. And then outside of football, Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker. I get a lot of motivating speeches from him that get me through the day.
If you weren't being a football coach, what do you think you'd want to do?
Wow, that's tough. Something dealing with the kids, something. If it's a teacher or just something dealing with the kids to give back.
What do you miss most about your playing days?
Family, team.
Team?
Team. Being around the guys.
It's good camaraderie?
Good. Love it. Miss that. It's nothing better than that.
If you weren't playing football as a sport, what other sport would you play?
Baseball.
Baseball? Did you play it in high school?
Yes, a little bit. I should have stuck to it.
Should have stuck to it?
Yes, I was really good.
What's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math?
I wasn't really good, but I like it.
You like it? What's your favorite thing to do just outside of football, just personal time?
Family.
Family?
I love being with the family because we so busy. So when you got that time, you got that family time, that's it. I just want to be around family, be around my kids, and enjoy that time.
Are your kids, do you think you want to bring them up in football, playing football, or?
Well, I have one playing on the team now.
You do?
Yes.
Is he a freshman?
He's a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Yes. So Isaiah Evans,
Isaiah Evans.
Yes, he's playing on the team now. So no pressure.
No pressure, but he has to live up to the expectations.
I'm not going to say anything.
What do you think? What do you think the best season for a defensive team was?
Ooh, that's another tough question. 85 Bears. I think this was the 2001 Ravens.
Ravens.
Those 2 seasons was some of the amazing defense I ever saw. 85, I was still young, but I saw highlights of it.
Yeah.
But the Ray Lewis, I think it was 2001 season, was one of the best defensive seasons I ever saw.
Is Trey Lance the real deal?
Yes. He's going to shock the world, and I can't wait. Like I tell people, I have receipts because everybody's like, he don't have enough reps. Trust me, he's going to be great. He's going to be the real deal, and I believe he's going to be up for MVP considerations by the end of the season.
Wow.
Watch. Mark my word.
That
Write it
is
down.
a bold
Write it
prediction.
down. Write it down.
I will remind you of that if he does that. That would be an impressive prediction.
Yes.
Do the 49ers win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years?
Yes, they might win this year.
Rookie, would it be
Rookie quarterback,
wouldn't it be
probably the second.
I think, yeah, the second. I remember there's one guy that did it beforehand.
Right.
Top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Top 5, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Whew, come on, help me out.
Patrick Mahomes?
Patrick Mahomes, and
Number 5.
the kid Allen from Buffalo Bills.
Allen.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's. I was going to say Justin
Yes.
Herbert, but definitely Josh Allen.
He's one. He's close.
He's close. Number 6.
He's close.
Record prediction this year for the 49ers.
17 games, right?
Yep.
I say 13-4.
What would be a successful year? If they make the Super Bowl, is that a success, or do they have to win it? Otherwise, the year just feels like a disappointment.
Us Niners fan, you always got to win a Super Bowl. If you don't win a Super Bowl, it's a disappointment. So
Fair.
they have to win a Super Bowl.
Okay, so you think the Niners are going to win? Do you think that they're going to win the Super Bowl?
I think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Who are they playing? AFC.
Buffalo.
Buffalo? They
The
make it?
Bills. I think Buffalo will get over the hump this season.
Get over the hump and then lose their, what, 5th, 6th, 7th Super Bowl?
Yep.
Somewhere around there.
5th, I think it is.
It's 5th. They
Fifth.
lost the 4 in a row.
Yes, 4 in a row. So they're going to be the 5th. Yeah, sorry, Buffalo.
Tough being a Bills fan.
Yes, sorry about that.
How about NBA? Who's going to win? Who's going to win the NBA championship this year?
It's hard because I'm a Laker fan. Warriors going to do it again.
Warriors,
It's
do you
nothing
think-
like being the way they play basketball. They just do it better than everybody else. So I believe the Warriors are going to win it again.
Who's your football idol growing up?
Whew, Lawrence Taylor,
Lawrence Taylor?
Jerry Rice, Joe Montana. All 49er players. You grew up in the city, and you grew up 4 Super Bowls.
That's tough. I grew up with one, but it
you
was
got one.
it was within the last 20 years.
Exactly. So, you watch 4 Super Bowls, and
Yeah.
you got Joe Montana, you got Jerry
Right.
Rice. These are some of the best players ever, play the game. So
In the next 200 years, 300 years, till the sun explodes, will anybody
Let's.
beat Jerry Rice's total career yards?
of course, the way the game played today, yes, you can't even touch the receiver. So it's like NFL is like 7-on-7, with equipment on.
You
So-
wish it was back to kind of the old rules of
Not exactly, because like you said, we're trying to protect the game.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to protect the future of football. So not exactly, but offensive players get too much leeway. So
If you could play one position other than your position, D-line, I believe,
D-line, yes.
what would you play? Offensive side of the ball, say.
Quarterback.
You want to play the quarterback?
Oh my God, who don't want to play quarterback?
I don't. I mean,
You don't want to play quarterback. Throwing a touchdown to
Yeah.
win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Last second, it's nothing better than that.
oof. I don't like to talk about last seconds in the Super Bowl.
When
Yeah.
they chose to run the ball.
Yeah.
Pass the ball.
Yep.
Okay, we had Marshawn Lynch in the backfield.
Yep. We
that
did.
game.
Yeah. That's the
I
exact
feel bad for you guys as well. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
whatever.
how you recover? How did you recover from that?
I didn't. It's still tough to listen to. I think I just emotionally shut down for a few years.
Wow.
Who's going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year? Is it Nick Bosa?
It's Nick Bosa. We talked about that earlier.
Okay, who's the?
Nick Bosa?
Okay, then who's the second? Who's going to be second?
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. Just NFC West. Is the NFC West the toughest division in the NFL?
It's tops, but the AFC West is coming along.
Yeah.
AFC West is going to be a really tough, a really good division this year.
Who's going to underperform the most in the NFL?
That's a tough question, man. That's tough. I don't have no idea who's going to. Hope is the Rams.
Yeah, we all
Being
do.
a Niner fan, hope is the Los Angeles Rams.
And then who's going to overperform the most? Who do you think? Any team besides the Niners that you think is really good that like maybe other teams, other people, other fans just
I
don't
think
rate?
Denver.
Denver?
Getting Russell Wilson. I think he's a true leader. I think
Yeah.
he's going to take them over the hump.
Who's a player, past or present, that you wish you had played with on a football field?
Oh Lord, there's so many. Like I say, Ray Lewis, like my top guy. Just to play next to Ray Lewis is That would be fun. That would be fun to play next to him. It's like his energy was like through the roof every single play of the game. So,
who's a guy in the NFL, past or present, you just despise? You just hate? Maybe not Tom Brady, because I feel like that's the easy answer.
no, I love Tom Brady.
Just maybe for how they
Russell
were,
Wilson.
how they played. You don't like him? Just because he was.
He killed us all the time.
Yeah.
49ers, great guy.
Broncos country.
But I couldn't stand him.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I couldn't stand him as a Niner fan. It was rough.
It was great watching him. He always seemed to just do the
He beat
most
us.
with.
He beat us all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I mean, he was great. I mean, what can you do?
He'll do well in the AFC West. So.
Yes, he's going to do really. He's going to be fine.
What is your greatest moment from your playing career? Was it winning the championship, or was there like a single play that was your best moment?
You know, when you grew up in the city, and Turkey Day was the huge accomplishment. You know, playing high school football in the AAA. Playing in 3 Turkey Days and finally winning one my senior year was my greatest moment playing. Because Galileo was always on top, right? And to get that trophy and bring it back home to where it belongs, it was one of my best moments as my senior year. To do it my senior year, that was great.
It was a great send off.
It was a great send off, exactly.
Who's your favorite person at SHC? Person you just love talking to, love?
Brother Kenneth.
Brother Kenneth?
Oh man, we have great conversations. It's just always I feel welcome with him. When I step to that, when we have our conversations, and I get inspired every time we done talking. So I love trying to find him and getting and having a 5-minute conversation with Brother Kenneth. So he's one of my favorites.
Who's the smartest guy? Who has the most football IQ in the locker room, you think?
Jerry Mixon is very smart. We have a lot of guys. We have a lot of those guys. Our quarterback, Aiden McGrath. Jerry Mixon, Aiden. Those 2 guys are really, because Jerry always, especially last year, doing defense, he always like, run this play, run that play, that will work. So Jerry Mixon is his IQ is very good. It's very good.
Who's the funniest guy in the locker room?
Wow, that's tough. That's tough. R.L. Miller? I give it to R.L.
Who has the best and worst music taste in the locker room?
We don't have. They all good.
They all good?
I love them. Yeah, they all got good taste. They all got good taste.
I feel like I feel like you know an answer, but you can't.
No, they all got good taste. We love some Rod Wave. We all got good taste.
You all got good taste?
Yeah,
right.
we all got good taste. Go ahead, yourself.
Thank you, Coach Evans, for coming on the inaugural IrishUP podcast. Good luck on Friday, and good luck during the rest of the year.
Thank you for having me. Had a really good time, and let's do it again.
Definitely.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.